Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I have just recorded 3 videos. I'm transferring the files now. So just a quick live stream just to see how everyone's doing.
From the spiky bush is growing.
Yeah?
Are you allowed to eat these?
Not yet. Go on out and play down.
Does that mean these are going to grow when they're healthy?
Yes, they're healthy, but they're not ripe yet. Okay? Shut the doors. Good girl. Sorry about that. So just a quick chat to say what was happening. Just an introduction as well. We have got Rumble. I've tried to share the new Rumble account on the YouTube community section, but not everybody's going to be able to see that because not everybody is aware of the community section on YouTube. So,
Daddy, what are they called? What are these called?
gooseberries. Not everybody's aware of the community section on YouTube. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to introduce you to the Rumble right now. It's like another YouTube, but you can watch videos and all the rest of it on that platform. You can download the app on your phone, Android, whatever your type of phone as you use, or maybe you use a tablet or a laptop or whatever. But you can access Rumble on anything like that. And the channel is just exactly the same. It's the Dawn's channel. The reason why I'm doing it is because hello Martha, how are you? Good morning in Wisconsin. The reason why I'm doing it is because there's some videos that I've tried to post recently that have been blocked through copyright issues or whatever the reason is, and then they're not able to be viewed. So I possibly can post them onto Rumble, which is quite good as well because it means that the video requests that I'm getting from patrons or people that I've spent my time doing and making, etc., are still going to potentially be able to get viewed there. So I encourage anybody, if you've not already, do subscribe on Rumble. It's free. It works the same way. It's something similar. It's maybe just not as slick as YouTube is, or as popular, or even as common, but it's another alternative. It's another way to watch videos that I can't post there. So that's all. That's the introduction to Rumble anyway. So do that. But as I said at the very start, I'm uploading 3 videos for patrons and channel members. I've got about. Thanks very much, Marissa. Greatly appreciated. Who's that? Frosty and Rary, Mr. Puniverse 2. How are you doing, mate? In Melbourne, it's raining. Oh no, we're clouding over now as well. So I reckon that the weather is going to take a turn here as well. But you're never too far away from the rain here. Good morning in Texas, Lady Jane. Thanks very much for everybody that's joining. It's just very, very short because I'll have to be doing the school run very shortly and pick up my other 2 children from school. So, all right, Dylan, mate, how you doing? Hope you're well. Barry Allen, you're awesome. Thanks very much. Hope you're well, Dylan, mate. Dixie George, good morning from Missouri. Dixie, I've just actually done the reaction to the video you requested, Red Skelton's Pledge of Allegiance. It's currently transferring the file from the camera right now, so it'll be up sometime. Well, probably a little bit later on anyway. By the time I get it done, I've got to collect the kids from school after I'm here, collect the kids from school, get their homework sorted. They'll be getting their dinner, they'll get their tea. And then one of them's away to hockey tonight. She's playing hockey, so I will have it up. I did go on a bit of a rant. It raises a couple of questions, that video, actually. Because it's, well, just watch it. But anyway, hello to Brenda. How you doing, Brenda? I hope you're well. Obviously, Brenda, you're a patron of ours, so thanks very much for that. Dylan, doing well. I did see Buckley stood down. It was either step down or push, isn't it? Dano in Oklahoma, I hope you're well. I've actually just done a video from one of your fellow people in Oklahoma as well. So there's a video coming. There's Three doing. I'm back behind about. Well, I try and get everybody's first request done before I do people's second request, so I could possibly be from first requests. I'm doing all right now. I'm possibly only 4 or 5 first requests to do, and then there's people who have got like second requests. So they'll be delayed a few days maybe, but there's a lot of requests from patrons and channel members, not to mention the ones from subscribers as well. So it's we're quite full on with a lot of stuff to get through, but I'm enjoying it. It's great to see the enjoyment people are getting in the channel right now. Long may it continue. Hi Clifford, I hope you're well. I hope you enjoyed that reaction for your video that you requested. Clifford, obviously a channel patron as well. Thank you very much for your support, mate. Obi Kim Stewart, hey y'all from Alabama down south there. Brilliant spot in Alabama. Of course, I said that's one of the places I'd love to go and see. I've got a couple of messages coming through. You get comments and requests come through on my watch as well, so I'm never too far away from another request. Even when my phone's not in my hand, my watch will tell me, request there. So it's all good. Don't know if I've missed anyone. Josh Kirk. Yes, there's Charlie Daniels explains about Allegiant. Yes. Red Skelton explains the Pledge of Allegiance, but I think one of the Pledge of Allegiance, there was somebody going on. I actually changed it to the one where it wasn't Red Skelton's. The video goes on for about another minute of somebody talking, and maybe that's the guy I don't think it's Charlie Daniels, actually. It's somebody else is talking, and he's getting quite political and the stuff. So I decided not to do that one and just do Red Skelton's speech, because that was what was requested. There's several of them, but people have added their own bit in. I respect people's opinions on certain things, and it does raise questions, the Pledge of Allegiance, but it's well put anyway. So stay tuned for that one. It's coming soon. Dylan, mate, get to work. On typical Slack Scott. Let me tell you right now, I was in my work, I'll have you know, at 4 o'clock this morning. I've done nearly 8.5 hours of my work, then come back, done a few requests while watching my child. So she's in there feeding her little bits of fruit and snacks and stuff to keep her sweet while I get my reactions done. They'll have to get edited, so there's no rest for the wicked, Brian. You know I work hard at this. You'll be getting that, Dylan, mate. You'll be getting that when I see you, brother. Brenda, I will be much for your. Well, look here, it's all good. You can make your request, but I like to make sure that obviously you get new patrons. You've had other patrons as well that haven't had their first request. So if I've done a request from yours, it's not that I'm ignoring your other ones. I like to do everybody who's new, make sure they get a request and they're not sitting too long without one. And then I'll get through, if there's a list of different reactions, then I can get through them that way. So please be patient with them. Appreciate the amount of time it does take to do one. And I know you'll enjoy them. I don't want to put myself under too much pressure and doing too many as well. Plus it bores people as well. The last thing you want to see is 7, 8, 9 reactions in a day. It kind of dilutes the quality as well, and it's quite tiring doing the editing too, so it's all good. Yeah, Martha, that's wonderful. Maybe I've missed a comment there. You're welcome, Clifford. Dylan, good to see you fire back in you the subs. Look, Dylan, mate, you're absolutely spot on. It wasn't that I never had the fire in my belly, but there was a moment in time there. Dylan knows. I talked to Dylan quite a lot actually, out with the channel, and he knows that there was a point in time there where it was actually for giving it all up. I did lose the fire. I lost the motivation for it. When you're not getting the views that your effort, to sort of counter the effort that you put in, it can be quite disheartening, and you actually do lose a wee bit of interest in the channel. But now that the views are picking up and there's a lot more people interested in it, it does put that little fire back in your belly. So all the support does get you motivated to do it, and it makes you enjoy what you were doing initially even more, doesn't it? So the support is great. And as you say, the fire being in the belly, it's a good thing to have, because something that you work so hard to build and then it just falls off a cliff, whether it's algorithms, whether maybe people aren't enjoying the stuff that you're doing just as much, it can knock the wind out you a little. So to get lifted again for whatever reason, maybe an algorithm worked in my favor of a previous video. I mean, I did the videos 2 years ago, and boom, all of a sudden they exploded, and there was requests coming from everywhere. And I started to do the request, then the patrons were growing, and that was fantastic. And then we launched channel members, and people were joining as channel members, and it was, oh my word, I can't explain how grateful we are for people supporting us. But it does add that fire. That is a huge thing you're saying there. Tina, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Good morning, Don. Love your channel. Tina, North Georgia. Cool place. Thanks very much, Georgia. Josh, maybe it is a different one, mate. I'm not too sure. I'll try and look for one that I think will be a good one. And when I seen that one, I had a whole lot of stuff at the end of it. I thought I'll keep that out. That kind of actually distracts your attention from the video that I'm reacting to. So I decided not to do that one. That was somebody else putting their own little bit on it, if you like. Good morning to you as well, muggy, warm and muggy Green Bay, Wisconsin. Cool, sounds cool. Brian, how are you doing? Alabama is a beautiful state, but so are all the others. You're right. Come on over. Thank you very much, Obi Kim Stewart. Teresa, I hope you're well. I remember you from the last live stream. You made it quite an enjoyable time. A cheesehead, welcome, Josh. Dixie, your family lives in Alabama and they're the police officers. Well, that's a good job. I don't know what Alabama's like, the police officers, certain parts of it. You've probably got the old sheriffs. I always think that's pretty cool with the sheriff badge, you know, cutting about. But they always portray them as like these people who don't give a damn, but they do give a damn. They do an important job, and I'd say a lot of them actually work quite hard as well. But in the shows, the TV shows, they always make them look like they're sitting in the diners eating bloody the most fucking massive, unhealthiest pancakes you've ever seen, with as much syrup and chocolate fired on it as you can ever eat. Like these guys don't work, and they just eat fucking donuts and pancakes all day. Maybe they do eat pancakes quite regular. I don't know, but you're actually tearing them all with the one brush. There could be one sheriff out there that just, you know, he was a lazy shite and he just loved fucking scoffing pancakes all the time. And then somebody that made a TV show one time, just all these sheriffs are the bloody same. All they do is eat fucking unhealthy shit all day and talk and chat, wasting our taxpayers' dollars. But they've got a job to do and they work hard. Leave them alone, all right? And they're cool as fuck. I always like to look at them going down on the, you know, the motorbike there with the Ray-Bans on. Cool as fuck. Oh, Dylan, mate, thanks very much for that. Appreciate that, mate. You know, thanks, mate, you know. Dixie George, thanks, Clifford. Richard Lamond, how are you doing? Another patron of the channel. Thanks very much, Richard. Greatly appreciated your support. Got to say, it seems like you're reacting to videos for patrons all the time. Congrats and well deserved. Thanks very much for that. And yes, I actually am. Patrons and channel members, of course, I'm doing requests for everyone. I have to get that straight because somebody tried to make it out like I won't do a reaction for somebody who isn't a member or a patron. That is absolute cod shit. I'll do reactions for everyone, but with respect to everyone who's subscribers, I appreciate everyone's support, but if somebody's going to go out their way and part with some hard-earned cash to support the channel, then I'm going to prioritize them that way. And I think everybody can understand that, do you know what I mean? But some people, that notion is lost on. So you can't please everyone. I've tried my best. I've only got a certain amount of hours free in a day, maybe 1 or 2 hours free in a day when I can do these requests, and I'm actually backlogged on patrons, never mind subscribers. So I didn't think it was such a big deal, but for some people it is. Well, maybe I should look at it in such a way. Well, if you've got that way of thinking, you can't, that is out of my control. I can't control what people's opinions on things. All I can do is try my best to keep everyone happy, including subscribers who I also value dearly. Because at the end of the day, do you know how good that felt hitting that 100,000 subscriber mark? And that isn't 100,000 patrons. That isn't 100,000 members or whatever people donate. That is 100,000 people that have supported the channel regardless and gave me nice comments, encouraged me to do more, gave me requests over the years, introduced me to new things, taught me stuff I never thought I would even enjoy. So when you make comments like that, know what you're talking about, and that is the end of that discussion. But absolutely, the effort that goes into it, I would never say I deserve it, but it definitely is rewarding to see. Of course, the subscriber count was huge. I felt so good about that day, and the children were really happy. They've been looking at 94,000 subscribers for ages. How many subscribers, Daddy? How many subscribers? Oh, it's 94. It's maybe going up like 5 a day or something. Like, are we at 100,000? Not 100,000 subscribers yet. And then when you get to the 100,000, they're absolutely thrilled. They're chuffed to bits. And I am, and all I can say is thank you to each and every one of you, regardless of whether or not you're a patron, channel member, or if you've donated at all. It does not matter. You're all respected from me and appreciated. Good morning, Angela. Justin Winwood, hey mate, love your AFL reactions. Oh, some of the AFL reactions, and of course I've got some AFL reactions on the Dawn of World Sports. That was a small channel. That was purely for sports and sports only. It was never going to be the main channel, given the nature of this channel. You're reacting to near enough anything, or discussing loads of different things. So you're making it a bigger platform for a greater audience, but for sport, you're limited to just sport. And it's actually quite difficult to run 2 channels. So I kind of put that one on the wayside, to be fair. But some of the AFL reactions, I think they'll go down in folklore as some of my best reactions that I've actually ever done. Because when you see some of those bumps and hits, you can't help, yes, come on. I love seeing sport being played in a competitive spirit, and the AFL, it epitomizes competitive sport, gladiator type sport. And those reactions are always enjoyable to do them. That's why I think I'll never stop doing sports reactions. I did say, however, I was stopping doing the tipping because it was getting like 200 and 300 views. I'd be sitting there doing a lot of the homework behind the scenes, recording it, uploading it, editing the video up. I put it up, and then it's 200 or 300 views. And I thought, is this worth my while doing the tipping when nobody really seems to care about the tipping videos? Albeit there was a few hundred people, but when you're putting up videos now and you're getting better views to effort, it makes it a lot more rewarding. But yeah, the AFL reactions will still be happening. I do enjoy them. No, they eat donuts. I know. Well, they eat donuts. What's that show I'm watching? He's the sheriff there. Stranger Things. He's never out the bloody diner either. The poor sheriffs get a bad name. I swear. Hollywood just portrays them as lazy layabouts. They're not layabouts. Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm going to America and that's the real job, I want to sit on my ass in diners all day getting paid for talking to the community, having a laugh, driving a car around. Oh, I think I'll go up and see how such and such is doing up the road. You know what I mean? Cushy wee number. Boom. Why would you not do that if that was the case? Because that isn't the case. Pancakes are only because US folks haven't discovered blood pudding. Well, we would call that black pudding. Do not ask me what's in it because you'll never eat it. But black pudding, you've got black pudding, white pudding, obviously in Scotland. There's actually a few options in Scotland here in your breakfast, your fry. You've got the full English fry. In Northern Ireland, you'll have the Ulster fry, and you've got a full Scottish fry in the morning. Your bacon, your sausages. In Scotland, we have a lawn sausage, which is the same as it's a square sausage, but it's got a bit of spice in it. It's nice. You can have them. Of course, you've got your mushrooms, your fried tomatoes, soda bread, potato farls, which would be potato scones. What else could you put on them? Everybody has slightly different things, but black pudding and white pudding's another thing put in. And in Scotland, you'll get haggis as well in some of your breakfast. Unbelievable, Jeff. Hi, Heidi. I hope you're well. Channel member Heidi there. Thanks very much, Heidi, for your support. I have a reaction to do for you, Heidi. I've got a few, so please be patient. I'm going to get round to it, and hopefully the not too distant future, the next day or two, all being well. Paul Parker, that's quite a long name. You've got like a double barrel surname. Paul Parker, McCambridge, how you doing? I hope you're well. Right, Dylan, mate, take care. Have a good one. Got a few. I think I'm behind on a few. A few comments here. Yeah, I'm behind on loads, so sorry about that. I'll just check for any new names. RFEAN. Yeah, they do have a stereotype for that, don't they? Your husband's a football fan, Teresa. I actually don't mind the NFL. The only thing that I think for people from Britain, why NFL never took off in Britain was, of course, you've got the offense, defense, and there's full teams coming on and off, and there's break and play, and it goes on what seems like for a whole day. There's too much stop-starty, so it's not the actual sport as such. It's the lack of flow in the game time. I think is probably one of the reasons why the UK fan base doesn't watch it as much. But I will say one thing: soccer to you is probably boring. Maybe because you think they're rolling around like a bundle of fairies. They're always faking injuries. If you ask any football fan, soccer fan, they'll tell you as well. They hate that. You hate to see your own players going down, rolling around, acting the goat, like cheating. So I definitely like more of the contact side of sport. And NFL is a good hard-hitting sport at the end of the day. Some massive hits in that. I've reacted to some of them as well, actually. I have to convert some people to the AFL. I think Americans have probably know a little bit about AFL now, but it's Australian rules football, AFL, the Australian Football League. Absolutely brilliant sport. You do need to check it out if you like sport, particularly contact sports. It's one of the very best of them. Hi, Brenda. I've just seen your comment there. It's no worries. You can send which ones in order, which ones you would prefer to see a reaction of. And you know what? Even if I can't react to them all, I could always check them out, you know what I mean, and watch them. There's no hassle there. Don't worry about that. Renewed Rewilder, greetings from Oregon, USA. I hope you're well. Thanks very much for joining. Tammy Finnemore, hello from Australia. Hello, hope you're doing well down under. AFL confused the American Football League. American football. All right, I've got you now. Yeah, Australian Football League, I should have said. When we say AFL, I'm just assuming that people would understand that. Just missing. It just keeps skipping past every so often. It takes a fucking like a shit foot and it jumps all the way up. Hello, Amanda. Welcome to the live chat. Your first live chat. Thanks very much for joining. Teresa, sorry, baseball is boring. Used to like it when I was little. Prefer football, hockey. Out of the American sports, I would say baseball would be the one I would probably have less interest in. Basketball after that. I love the hockey. Hockey's absolutely brilliant. It's got more of a flow to it, which I prefer, and I would probably prefer hockey more than the NFL, actually, to tell you the truth. Just because it's different, it's so fast, and the hits in it are insane as well, and the fighting element to it is just genius. Why would you not like that? Hi Debbie, hope you're well. Good morning. Where are you at? Richard, all about rugby. Played sixth position for about 4 years. I only played rugby a little bit. Never played for a team. It was mostly soccer here that I grew up playing. You know, it's like a religion where I'm from. Definitely. Like horse racing, many don't. I like the Grand National. Obviously, the Grand National is quite a grueling race, Jan. So many fences. It's quite a long race, and there's a lot of horses die after it. It's not a flat race. The biggest flat race that I know of is obviously the one in Australia. Has a huge one, don't they? On the flat, the Melbourne Cup, is it? Show that for some reason that's not showing. But I love the Grand National here in the UK, even though it's quite dangerous on the horses. It's a race that I think a lot of people in the UK enjoy. I think it's near enough. It should be a public holiday actually if it falls during the week. They usually have it on a Saturday though. They would have it on a Saturday, the thing, but they'd have all the other races leading up to it through the week. Sorry. Oh, Lady Jane, you just joined Patreon. Thanks very much. I maybe seen it. I maybe haven't seen it. Oh no, there's a message come through on my phone. Thank you very much for your support. I'll be giving you a message back as soon as I can after this, of course. That is greatly appreciated. Hi, Rachel. How are you doing? Another channel member, actually, Rachel. Oh, sorry, patron. Get confused which ones, remember which ones. It doesn't actually say patrons on this, of course, because it's through YouTube, but anybody with the sort of Don's Channel logo head beside them will be a channel member. Rachel, I believe you're the patron, and of course you donated to the channel as well, so thanks very much, Rachel, for everything. Greatly appreciate that. Miss your reactions to singers like... I've missed your reactions to singers. Highly suggest Pink. Pink is a good one. I absolutely love her. If you've got a song, obviously you've sent the link there. I can't open the link, so I don't know what the song is, but you know how you can contact me for a reaction anyway. If you want to do it through Patreon, do that, and it can give me the exact one you want. That would be fantastic, Rachel. If you could do that. There will be a bit of a delay on it. Hopefully, I'll try and get them done as soon as possible, but there'll be a delay. I do get through them. I try and do them in order that they come in, but also if somebody's got 2 or 3 requests, I'll do everybody's first one and do it in that order and then go back along the order if you like. It's a system that I need to work on a little bit better because actually the patron numbers has grown a lot quicker than I could ever have thought, which is fantastic. But it's not something I'm used to managing, if you like. So it's just trying to prioritize and make it fair for everyone getting their requests, and so nobody's waiting too long. Jan saying she loves horse racing. Debbie Senator, Illinois, USA. Teresa, brilliant. Melbourne Cup has many companies in Melbourne either close for the day or do a lunch on Cup Day. Yeah. Just reading the comments. Sorry, everyone. Obi Kim Stewart, has anybody recognised you in public for YouTube stuff? No, not here. People local to me know that I do it because they know me. But as terms of people who I don't know recognise me, no, not yet. And I think that's down to the fact that most of my content isn't actually being viewed local to me. It's mostly globally, or global videos, international videos, if you like, that we do. So maybe somewhere down the line, if I'm ever visiting anywhere, somebody might say, oh, I've seen you doing a video. That would actually be very, very strange because most of obviously the subscriber count going up, like that goes up and up and up every day. There's a lot of people actually watching the channel now, and that's something I've never really thought about. Somebody stopping me to say, "Oh, I seen your video, such and such." That would be a strange concept to me, because most people are watching it are from a foreign country like the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia, countries that I've covered on the channel. If you like, I've even done South American stuff. So if that were to ever happen, it would probably be because I'm visiting the countries of the videos that I've been reacting to. Thanks for that question. I never thought of it. I love hockey. Tampa Bay is my favourite. Grew up watching their games. Seeing them in person is actually, look, this is Golden Knights. This was gifted to me for my hockey reactions that I've been doing on the channel from somebody from Vegas, which was fantastic. They gave us a hat. I got a T-shirt as well, and I got this lovely zipper, and they gave me a DVD. Very, very beautiful gift to the channel. But I actually like the Calgary Flames. That would be the team. But like any gift, if it's a bit of clothing, any gifts that were sent to the channel, through respect, even if it's a team that I don't necessarily follow, I wear the stuff as a thank you to anybody for spending their hard-earned money on you. They've even bought, some people have actually bought stuff for the children, like little shirts and like AFL shirts and Guernseys and pajamas and stuff like that there. And they wear all that stuff, so there's nothing that's been put to the side, unless, of course, it's like a signed item that I plan on getting framed. I've had signed gifts sent to the channel before from different sports teams, and players have signed it. And the reason why they're not wore is because I don't want to ruin them and put them through the wash when they've actually been signed by players. You know what I mean? So I have to actually get them mounted and framed. That would be great. But I actually like the Calgary Flames. That's my team. They wouldn't be the best team in the NHL, but I like their fighting, tenacious spirit they have, and some of their players are yesteryear as well. So yeah, if you go up north in Canada. Well, look, I love Canada. I've got family that live in Canada. Beautiful, beautiful place. Very friendly, hospitable people. And obviously, they're a Commonwealth country. They've been in different conflicts, been in the Commonwealth alongside the UK troops. I've got nothing but respect for them. But beautiful part of the world. Watched TV shows over the years from Canada. Bite your tongue, Dora. I played for Edmonton back in the day. You did not, Clifford. You played for the Oilers. Oh, mate, thanks very much for the donation. Thanks very much for the donation, but you're playing for the enemy. All I've got to say is you took too many knocks. You took too many head knocks on the ice, and you thought you were signing. You thought you were signing for the Flames, and you went to the Oilers. You actually seen the Flames sign, but that was when... Oh, did you see that when they had all the Flames in the dressing room in the Oilers ground last year because of COVID restrictions? I think the Flames played. All the games were being played in Edmonton, and the home dressing room was all Flames. I thought that was pretty cool, and it was unique because and because of COVID. That's why that happened. But it was good to see all the Flame stuff, and something that'll probably not happen again. But in the home dressing room, it was all Flames in Edmonton there. But I never knew that. That's fantastic, actually. All joking aside, that is actually fantastic. My coordination on the ice would be nothing short of Bambi on the ice. I would have all the heart of somebody not afraid to go into the hits and tackle. Probably not the most silky, smoother players. Probably not the best fighter, but would be willing to throw the gloves down and fight for my team 100%. Probably be the guy that gets knocked out right enough, but I'll give it a go. You know what I mean? Not one for stepping back the way, step forwards. But well done, Clifford. That's brilliant. Never knew that. You never told me that. That's fantastic. Oh, what a brilliant sport. That's great to hear. But obviously, just saying about Canada, religion in Canada, 100%. But that isn't their national game. Their national game is actually lacrosse, box lacrosse. And it's a sport that I've actually covered on the channel. Whoa, it's mental. It's got all the fighting of hockey in it as well. It blew me away. Oh, just watch a little bit of indoor box lacrosse where people play this little game with a little basket on a stick. Oh, that's not rub it in, Clifford. First of all, mate, thank you very much for the donation. I greatly appreciate that donation, and I love the banter you're having with me. Count the cups, 5-1. Look, okay, they are the better team. They've had Wayne Gretzky, like greatest hockey player ever. Stats don't lie. Of course, there's quite a lot. Pavel Datsyuk for complete all-round player. When I've been covering Clifford, mate, when I've been covering these players individually, that guy, he's Czech from the Czech Republic. Oh my word, he just seemed to have it all. Gretzky, oh, what a goal scorer. He's got the most assists and goals, just Gretzky, and everybody else is below him. But when it comes to complete hockey player, Pavel Datsyuk possibly be my favourite player I reviewed. Wow, that guy had it all. Just like, it was like poetry in motion on the ice. He could just do it. He could see things that nobody else could. The speed of him. Of course, you've got some players coming through now. They are just breathtaking as well. But what a sport. Box lacrosse, though, that was fantastic to review. Obviously, when hockey season's over, they're doing this indoor on the what would be the rink, on the ice with the flooring down. And these people are just nutters. Actually, right, this was a sport that the Native Americans played. It was born out of the Native American tribes all around North America. They played this lacrosse. It wouldn't have had the rules that you see today. It wouldn't have had the scoring system that you see today. But it was a sport that was designed to keep them sort of battle fit, if you like, and trained. That's what they played, the Native American people. And that was the original sport in Canada. But a lot of people would say hockey, which the Scots actually had a huge involvement in the origins of the game way back when it started. So another thing I really am quite interested about in Canada, huge Scottish element in Canada, massive element of Scots there, which I love. So I've covered quite a lot of stuff. Sport's fantastic, like music. It brings people together. I know in soccer you have quite a lot of fights over sport in the crowds, and it would seem everybody hates each other, and it's so divisive. But quite the opposite. It engages people in conversation. It makes people socialise. Has a positive impact on people's lives. And look, if it wasn't for sport in a lot of places in the world over COVID, people mentally might have been in a different place. They might have been really struggling. So the fact that sport, albeit crowds weren't allowed in some of these sporting venues, but the elite sports stars still got to entertain us through the televisions. It was a compromise that they had to make with the sporting bodies and the governments, but man, at least it gave us some distraction, didn't it? Oh, thanks very much, Obi Kim Stewart. I didn't know the name of it. Chunky. I possibly should check it out. I don't know if there's going to be any videos on it, maybe explaining the sort of way they did it. But the Creek Indians. Well, thank you very much, Rachel, for the donation. I appreciate it. I'm probably missing a lot of people's comments here, but I was just getting into a flow of what I was talking about. Clifford as well. Thanks again. Clifford, that's another donation came through. 2 donations, Rachel and Clifford. Thank you very much for your generosity. I really appreciate all your support here. Rachel, just reading your comment. Do you have a P.O. box for the fans to send you or the family gifts from where you're known for? If not, I would suggest getting one. I do have one, but I actually need to activate it again because I was paying for it at a time the channel was kind of quiet and I was wasting money. But now that the channel's getting quite a lot of support again, and I actually think people would like to send little things local to them, like little things of their area and stuff. There's a lot of people doing that, did that before, and are quite interested to do that. That would be fantastic to be able to do a video and show some of the gifts again. I really enjoyed doing that for people. I will have to activate. I'll look into it. I'll do it through the post office here, the Royal Mail here. You do it through them and activate my account. I should be able to my knowledge, it should still be my address. I'm not too sure, but I just need to activate it and pay for it again for it to work for the P.O. box. So stay tuned for that. I haven't watched lacrosse polo. I used to work with some horses and Oh, polo. Sorry, I haven't watched lacrosse. Polo, I used to work with horses and got to watching it, but not a common thing. It's not, Jan. And I think polo is more in the UK. Horse polo would be more for people of a wealthier background, particularly in the more sort of richer, the richer upper class group of the UK would play horse polo, But yeah, it's something that I've never actually even watched before in the flesh. I've only ever seen it on the TV. Look, Clifford, I think you've done a couple of donations there. Sorry, mate, you're unbelievable. Thank you so much for your support. For my money, Aberdeen is way more entertaining and rougher. You just need to find a corner to watch from. Yeah, well, you're probably right, mate. Thank you, Heidi. Thanks, everyone. Dixie, thanks very much for your donation, Dixie. I really appreciate everybody's support here. All your generosity, it's greatly appreciated, everyone. Thank you. If I'm missing comments, I apologise. I'm on a bit of a time scale here as well because I've got to go very, very shortly and do the school run and collect my other two daughters from school. Josh, all the best. Have to make some breakfast for the girlfriend and our daughter. All the best, George. Take care of yourself. Josh, sorry. Take care of yourself. Thomas Clark, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Good morning to you. Hello, Lou. I hope you're well. Lou Patton, hope you're doing well. Another patron of the channel. Thanks very much for everything, Lou. Read the message before that. Sorry, see what happens here, Clifford. You've probably met... Don, can you explain the difference between an NFL game and a night on Union Street at Aberdeen? Aberdeen is quite a rough city, by the way. And the team that I support, if I went up to Aberdeen, they don't like us up there. The football team or the soccer team that I support does not get on well with ones from Aberdeen, which is weird because, well, for me, when I was doing the Dons channel, Aberdeen are known as the Dons. And I don't like Aberdeen Football Club. I'm not an Aberdeen fan. And people confuse me with an Aberdeen fan because they get called the Dons, but I'm not an Aberdeen fan. And the team that I support, if I was wearing my top, they're probably quite a lot of folk would want to take a go at me. Lady Jane, thank you very much for that nice comment. I have a lovely family. Oh, you see the picture of my wife, my three girls. Of course, that was took a few years ago. I was a little bit slimmer and a little bit younger and probably had more hair on my head as well. But yeah, that was a professional photo shoot that we got done, and I'm glad we got that done because it's nice to have a big framed photo on the wall like that you can look back on. Doing great, Thomas Clark. That's old Jarhead really enjoys your channel. Sunrise here in Southern California. Kevin Case, thanks very much for joining, Kevin. I hope you're well. You have a terrific day as well, my friend. Teresa, thanks very much for your donation. And I don't know if you did it the last time, Teresa, but somebody else put one of the wee characters that dance. It just catches your eye. Thanks very much for your kind donation. Thank you, Teresa. Greatly appreciated. Thomas, my great-grandfather came to the US from Ayrshire, Scotland. Spelling probably wrong. Your spelling is nearly right on Ayrshire, only I is actually a Y. Ayrshire with a Y. So that's the only difference. Ayrshire is a lovely scenery around there as well. Quite a lot of people actually saying they came from Ayrshire to me on the channel. They've had family coming from in the west. It's on the west coast of Scotland, if you like. Put it in context. If you know where Glasgow is, it's not far from Glasgow. Lou, thanks very much, Lou, for the donation. Greatly appreciated, my friend. Of course, Lou is a veteran as well. You in the army. Lou was in the. You were in the army, Lou, weren't you? Love your channel, Donna. Thanks for the nice comment as well as the gift. Greatly appreciated, Lou. God bless you. I have to go with the Dallas Stars being a Texan. Of course, you're going to go with the Dallas Stars, and obviously the Dallas Stars were the ones that beat the Flames last year in the playoffs, wasn't it? Which was disappointing, but they were the better team over it. You're welcome. Thanks very much, Teresa, and everyone. Well, I'm going to have to cut this. Oh, Clifford. Clifford is actually a Canadian, loves all of our patriotic American content as well. So, of course, I think you lived in America as well. You said, Clifford, didn't you, to me? But he's now living in France with his missus, and she is a French woman as well. So he's over there living. All the best in France. You're probably not too far away from the same time as me, maybe an hour in front. I can't just remember what way. Probably actually the same time. I'm just coming up for 10 to 3 in the afternoon. But thanks very much, Clifford, for another donation. You're very, very generous. I have to run. Take care. Thanks. Give the wee ones a hug. I will do. I always do. Everyone else, have a great day. Much respect to the channel. All the best, Clifford. Have a good evening tonight, wherever you are. Take a picture of the retired Blue Angel on Jacksonville that I wanted to show it. Oh, Rachel, please do. If you could probably send me a picture of that on Patreon. I think you possibly can. If not, Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and we can talk through Instagram. You can send me a picture of that. It would be cool. That's Clifford just saying thanks as well to Lou for his service. Thanks very much for your service as well, Lou. I'll actually echo that. Bye, Teresa. Take care. Thanks for your time. You're welcome. And you have a great day as well. Debbie, hello. How are you? Kevin, hoorah, and have a beautiful afternoon and evening. We'll donate when I figure it out. No pressure to anyone to donate. If you know how to do it or whatever, and you can afford to do it, and you feel like you want to, that's fantastic, and it's always greatly appreciated. But there's no pressure on anyone to do it. So Rachel, yeah, perfect. So if you can't do it through Patreon, do it through. Do send me that picture actually through Instagram. I'll get chatting to you on that. Well, I'll tell you what it is. Clifford is the equivalent of the Hollywood's image of a sheriff, but in France, where they don't eat the donuts and they don't eat the pancakes, they actually eat the croissant. The croissant, and just drink French vino all day, drink the French white wine from the vineyards of Gay Paris or from France, and he's sitting in Gay Paris eating the croissant, enjoying his day, not working because they don't actually work in France. That's a very valid point. And all they do in the winter is ski. They just ski all the time. French are just skiing, sitting, drinking coffee, eating croissants and drinking wine. That's Clifford's new lifestyle now from he left Canada, where he was playing for the Oilers, actually, or playing for Edmonton, enjoying himself, getting roughed up a little bit and roughing people up. Now he's enjoying himself there, but he does work. He's a good man. He does work away, and he's a gentleman and a good friend of the channel as well. So thanks very much, Clifford. All the best. Have a great day, Brenda. Thanks very much, Brenda, another channel patron. So thanks very much, Brenda. And we were talking about your requests, and I will sort them out for you when I can. But there is a few people I've actually got them, and it's transferred. The files are now transferred, so I'll get to editing them very shortly. But I am going to have to go before I'm late for the children. They'll probably be waiting on me, and I can't have that because you get those judgy parents, don't you, in the school? Look at him, late again, late as usual. Oh, I just want to say this. What is it like if you've ever collected young kids from school? The cliquey parents that you get that have their little groups and they all chat and they're all so bloody nosy, wanting to know everyone's business. And you can see them coming towards you, beelining towards you, and you're in the school playground like that, waiting on the children to collect them. And they just have to, oh, he's fresh meat. I want to hear... I want to hear what gossip he's got. Wonder what he works at. I wonder what car he drives. Oh, these people, these school parent people. You know what's good about it now, though? My children are actually old enough now to actually walk to the car. So they walk, and I collect them. I actually collect them. I don't have to talk to those parents. It's not that I'm not sociable, because I'm sociable. I just see a nosy bugger. I know a nosy bugger when I see one that just wants to get gossip so they can tell the other mum, him, you'll never guess what he was up to or where he does, blah, blah, blah. Just garbage talk. And some of these parents, no joke, they don't work. They're ladies of leisure, these women, right? I'm not going to mention names. But there's a lot of ladies of leisure where I live who are driving big. I'm talking £70,000 Range Rover Jaguars, these expensive cars. And all they've got to do in a day is sit looking. And, you know, the sun visor of the car, they pull that down. You've got the wee mirror on the car. Pull that down there in the car. Is sit there and beautify themselves. Why do they have to open up their mouths when they put bloody eyelid, that whatever that stuff is that you put on your face? They have to do that with their mouths open. They have to do that with their mouths open. But that's the only thing they've got to do in a day is put their makeup on and walk up to the school and collect their kids. And they're judging me driving round to the car park, possibly late because I've been doing a live stream on YouTube. Late. I've worked all day trying to do these videos. And I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. Look at him driving his little piece of shit banger. I can hear it coming a mile off. You know what I mean? When their husbands are the one earning all the money. Looking at me like I'm a lowlife. I work. Oh, my word. Oh, that's a little rant. But that's some of the mums at the school. And not just mums. I'm sure there's some dads that have become like that as well. Modern day dads wanting to know your business. What is wrong with the world? Mind your own bloody business. I get you, Amanda. I get you. Kevin, that's class. In America, there is no more elite fighting unit than the PTA Wives Club. What is that? What is that? What is that? It's like that. Oh, and here as well, as schools, like, oh, little donation to the school. I'll sponsor the school to get my business in the magazine, and the schools like that. You rub our back, we'll rub yours, you know. Oh, such and such. Oh, hello there. How are you doing, Mr. Such and Such? Because he's donated a few £. And I don't even get a hello. I'm not donating a bloody £1. I pay my taxes so this school can bloody be open in the first place, you ignorant prick. I'm not paying for your magazine as well. What is your Instagram? I think it's the Dawn Father. It's either the Dawn Father or it's the Dawn's channel. Any of my videos, you'll find a link to it, Rachel. Check that out. But, oh, Clifford, you've actually put in another 2 donations. I've not even noticed. I've got 6 minutes to get down to the school. It's probably a 2-minute drive. But with traffic getting out of school time, it's probably a 6-minute drive. So I'm going to... Why are you late again? And you'd think you'd get a better car than that. Crying out loud. What kind of low-life scumbag are you? And look at him. He's wearing a tracksuit top. Oh, my word. Oh, Teresa, exactly. I just want to put the nut down and collect my kids from school and get home. You know what I mean? I'm tired. I've done a day's work and you're chatting shite about what holiday you've booked. Oh, yes, but we don't fly economy. We fly first class. Oh, we only go 5-star. Well, I'm sorry. I've just booked a 2-star fucking travel lodge that's just for putting the nut down, because I'm going to go out and get absolutely smashed on this holiday and probably embarrass myself and enjoy my holiday and not sit there. Oh, look at the peasant over there. Sit on it. That is why when I go to places, I just want to see real people and meet real people, because I'll never be one of them assholes. I'll never be one of them assholes. Oh, but let me tell you, see some of the people, though, in and around this local area, oh, my word, they're loaded. The businesses they own, like, you know what I mean? Money's no option to them. Like, they could be good people at the end of the day. Not all people like that are snobby or judgmental, but they kind of are. They actually kind of are. But maybe I'm being judgmental saying that, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to go down here and smash a few people's skulls in and collect the children also. So I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks very much to everyone who donated. Thanks very much. I greatly appreciate it. To our patrons and our channel members, it was great seeing you and being able to thank you on a live stream. That's fantastic. Clifford, thanks for the banter, but you know what? I think you did take a few too many knocks on the head in Edmonton there, because everybody knows it's Cowtown is where it's at. Go Flames, go. Come on, the Calgary Flames. But massive respect to you, Clifford. You're a gentleman. Your generosity is absolutely fantastic there. We greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you all soon. Take care. I better go now. Good luck, everybody.